Welcome back, guys, and what's up? I'm here with owner of Goodfellas Tailoring and my really good friend Matt Singson. What's up,
What's up,
brother?
man? What's
How
up,
you
brother?
been, man?
Good, good, good. How you been, bro?
Good, man. It's good. Maganda na. Natutuwa ako na nakapunta na ako dito sa Goodfellas, di ba? We always been talking about it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
sakto. Shoot tayo ng content. Masusukatan na rin ako para sa suit ko. And two birds with one stone.
Let's hook you up, my man.
Siguro, let's just start right away. Let's just get right into it. Why a tailoring business?
Okay, well, I've always wanted to have a suit company or to make clothes for people because I've always been in. It's always been my passion. I've always liked suits. Tas sakto nung pandemic, yung partner ko nilapitan ako kasi his family owns a company that makes ready-to-wear barongs and suits, and they supply
Okay.
to SM. Michelle Andre, if you heard of it.
Okay.
So si
Oo.
Marty Martinez, he contacted me and asked me if I wanted to put up something like this. So sakto kasi matagal ko na gusto talaga. Wala lang akong much idea, especially sa barongs. And then I had someone teach me the ropes and sakto may extra space siya sa production facility nila. Allocate kami. We started small and until yun, we started online actually.
Okay.
Tapos ngayon, nakapag-put up na ako ng parang showroom.
Grabe nga tong showroom na to eh. So wait,
I'm
we'll
glad you
get
like it,
back to
man.
that later. Interesting yun ah. You guys started online. So how does that work? Kasi parang, di ba, like, especially these types of suits, because like it's not like ready to wear. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
You're ready to wear, punta ka lang dyan, small, medium, large, medyo parang ganun eh.
Correct.
It's a tailoring business, so it's tailored for you.
Yes.
So how do you start a tailoring business online? Like, how do you get the measurements? What's that like? Tinatanong mo ba sila? So, kato sarili mo, sabihin mo sa akin to, yung number na to. Di ba? Of course, joke lang yun, pero explain mo sa akin yun.
Well, actually, yun yung challenge starting online. Syempre, we had to cut costs and we were starting. We had to learn a lot. Yun, kayod talaga. We would have to home service every single client. So some of the fittings would be home service as well. Some of it, if they were in the area and it was convenient for them, they could drop by the production facility in Project 4. Pero mostly kayod talaga. We would,
Oo, kasi parang kung bibili ka ng... Oo eh.
usually it has two fittings. We would
Yun na
home
nga
service.
tatanong ko eh. That's my second question. So let's say a standard, kung bibili ako ng, let's say, three-piece suit. Diba? So that's the coat, the pants, and the vest inside.
Correct.
That's-
Or the long sleeves polo.
So pwede ring may difference yan. You guys can make the polo as well. It's
Yeah.
still considered a three-piece, pero wala ng vest.
Correct.
Okay, anyway. Let's say I get a three-piece. Doesn't matter what. Dalawang fitting yun.
Yes, usually we give allowance for two. If we can get it right on the first fit, then of
Hindi
course
na kailangan ng
you can take
second.
it home. Yeah, sayang naman oras. Pero usually we give two, and unlimited talaga yung alterations usually for clients. Just at the start to really get it right.
Oo, syempre. Okay, so when that was your business model, the head to the client business
Yeah.
model, nagkaroon ba ng time na nabombard na kayo, na sobrang medyo madami na yung client, nahihirapan na kayo to go to every client?
Well, we were starting slowly, starting small. Kasi syempre, ang advantage ng online is wala kang overhead much.
Oo, syempre. Like, because like now, you're paying rent for the space, may employees ka na.
Yeah.
So, laki talaga ng overhead eh. So, there, basically, you're only let's say, bebenta ka ng suit, overhead mo lang yung mismong tela.
The labor.
The labor of
Correct.
that one said suit.
And we would start with just a few mananajes, and then we would have a subcon as well. So, it was good, but syempre, limited room for growth at saka eventually nakakaya din na although convenient yung home service, important din talaga na may showroom where you can bring all the swatches, everything's ready, and a nice area where they can fit talaga, crucial.
Like, you know what? Like, it depends on the product that you're selling. Like, especially this type of product. It's like fancy, do you know what I mean? So you need these things, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't care about this if you were, like, how can I explain it? Food, it's not so much about where the restaurant is. It's more about the food itself.
Correct.
Right? But with things like nice suits, even to an extent, like the nice shoes, diba? Like the
Yeah,
Dan Torres
yeah.
collection here, which we'll get to later. Kind of the experience is coming here to a nice place, sitting
Exactly,
down,
exactly,
seeing the product.
exactly.
It's the
Yeah.
ambience. It's part of the experience. Eh.
Correct,
So
correct.
in a way, you're kind of paying for that as well when you come to a place like this.
Definitely, definitely. That's why we invested in a store that or a tailoring shop that kind of looks different from the other ones. It's more industrial looking, more modern classic,
Modern, yeah, yeah.
modern classic. So
Modern classic is perfect. You know what I mean?
that's a
It
look.
looks new, but at the same time, it looks timeless.
Shout out Miko Marcelo. He was the one who designed this.
Ah, talaga?
Yeah,
No
yeah,
way.
yeah,
Shout out Nico Marcelo.
yeah. So he did a great job, and actually, yeah. So we really wanted to invest on the experience of the client because they're gonna. Time is very important. So you're gonna go out of your busy schedule, go through Manila's traffic to
Yeah.
really set aside time to get yourself fitted and everything. So we really wanted to make it a pleasant experience for people. They can take their time to enjoy checking out our catalogs, our swatch books, designs, talking to our staff, or as much as possible, I try to be here as well for most of the client appointments, just to really get to know each and every client and make sure they get everything they want perfect because it's a bespoke experience. So every client has a unique body type. Every client has a different standard or a different look that they're going
Yeah.
for. So our job is to make sure that they get their dream outcome or the best outcome exactly the way they envision it or even better.
Nice. In this line of work, 'di ba? So parang yun nga, you said earlier it was your dream to do this.
Yeah,
So I'm guessing there are a lot of things you love about this line of work.
correct.
What are some of the things na you hate? Or like what are the hardest things about owning a tailoring business?
I would say it's like I said, it's a passion of mine, but also it gets stressful at times as well.
Dealing with people talaga can get stressful kasi.
Dealing with people,
So, like,
deadlines.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And sometimes, um, of course, you have to accept accountability if some things get late
Yeah. Or
the clients don't see what happens in the production of their errors there. It translates to here. So, of course, we want to minimize that, but sometimes it's you can't avoid it. So, of course, since we're starting small or we just started, I try to handle all the clients' concerns personally. So I would, if there's any mishaps or anything, I handle it myself.
nagkaroon na ba ng like super mishap? Is there something you can share with us na parang oh shit ka talaga?
No naman, but maybe one thing that was, I guess, funny to look back now was that there was one client who, there were, for one of the groomsmen, we did a long time before, it was, they put the wrong digit in the measurement form for the trousers, so
Oh no, masyado masikip or masyado malawak?
so it was such a big difference because they made a
Oh.
mistake on the first digit. So imagine,
Oh
instead
my
of putting
God.
33,
43.
yeah.
Oh
So
my
it's a big difference.
Pero
So it was
makukuha
hilarious.
Makukuha naman sa first fitting yun, di ba? Or do you have to make a
for
whole
big
new pair?
adjustments, of course, we just made him a new pair because we
New
were like,
pair na.
it's okay, it's
wala
okay.
na.
Yeah. But thankfully, he was very happy with the final outcome. But looking back now, it was just really funny.
Okay, opposite naman yan. So like that's someone na he didn't really care. Meron talagang big problem but he was cool about it. Meron
Yeah.
bang mga tao na wala namang problema pero like you know what I mean? There's some people who are just looking for a problem.
Yeah,
Talaga, eh.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm sure that happens here. In
Oh, it
this line of
happens.
work.
Honestly, we try to cater every client's request. It's funny looking back now, but some clients, kunwari, pants or ano, polo, papaluwang, tas papasikip, tas papaluwang ulit.
Oh my
Ayun,
God!
mga ganun.
Oo.
Kumbaga, add to minus
Subtract,
1, plus
oo.
1. So, pabalik-balik. Yung mga ganun. Pero syempre, we understand kasi hindi nila ma-visualize or hindi nila alam yung bagsak eh.
Alam mo ito, here's something, it's my personal opinion. Don't cancel me for this. But like, I think looking good in a suit, it's not only about the suit. Eh. It's about the man under the suit.
Correct,
You
correct,
know what
correct.
I mean? Parang they'll see someone na, for example, they see you dressed in your suit, parang, oh, ganda ng bagsak sa kanya. But you put in the time to be a man worthy of putting on the suit, you know what I mean?
Correct, correct.
Kaya maganda bagsak sa shoulders mo. Kasi pumuputo yung
Yes.
shoulders mo eh.
Yes.
Diba? Kaya it's hanging because your chest is out. You know what I mean?
Very true. Because honestly, in my experience, fabric plays a big part.
Yeah.
Fabric plays a big part. I'm not gonna deny that. Craftsmanship plays a big part. That's why you can get a suit for 10K. You can get a suit for
100K,
300K.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? But there's only so much the craftsmanship and the fabric can do. In my experience, whenever I see, uy, ganda ng bagsak nito sa taang to ah. Check ko yung sukat.
Oh,
And I can see a pattern where maganda yung build talaga ng tao. Maganda talaga bagsak.
yeah.
So you're right. It really depends on a lot of things, and definitely a person's build or physique does play a part kung sobrang ganda tingnan. Because sometimes people can look good even in a off-the-rack suit
Yeah.
or ready-to-wear suit,
I've done
especially
it.
if they've had
Yeah.
especially if they
I've
have
looked
good dimension.
super good in like an off the rack suit, man.
I'm not gonna deny that, man. So it's physique does play a factor, I would say.
Tsaka feeling ko like another thing is just confidence in it also eh. Because like, you'll see guys who are built nice, but you can tell they're not used to being in a suit. You know what I mean? Like, medyo bitin yung ano. It's just fitting din eh.
I can say that it's true when you hear people say that it's all about the fit, because like
Yeah.
iba yung confidence dala mo sa sarili mo when your suit is specifically or perfectly fit for your body.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you can conquer the world with a good suit.
That's true. I
McGregor
like
said
that.
that.
I like that. I like that. Okay, here's something that I want to talk about naman. Like you said, yeah, you can get a suit for 10,000 pesos,
Yeah.
and you can get a suit for like 300,000. Merong differences yan, but like how far are the differences really? What's the most you would personally spend on a suit?
Well,
Let's say your dream designer, your dream what like would you buy a suit from Gucci? Is that something you would do?
well, not that I have my own shop now, of course.
No, nah.
But definitely it depends because you have designer suits. You pay
Yeah.
for the design, the brand name. Brand name goes a long way, even with
Yeah.
fabrics.
Of course, like sa lahat naman ng bagay, dude,
Correct.
you know what I mean? A Toyota will take you as far as a Benz will.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, sitting in economy, you arrive the same time. The
First class,
passenger.
bro. Diba?
But it's a
Exactly.
different experience. So I guess there are some factors like, for example, if you get a suit made in Savile Row, for example, like you really pay for the centuries of craftsmanship, the knowledge passed down,
Yeah.
how they outsource the fabric, the way they outsource the fabric. You get to be part of the exclusive VIP list of clients they've done. So that goes in part with the price. You know what I mean?
Yeah, perfect. I mean, back to what we were talking about kanina talaga, no? It's a bespoke experience. All of this is part of the experience.
Yes. We don't do anything off the rack. So everything, whether short sleeve polos, long sleeve polos, vests, jacket.
Do you have plans to change that? Sorry to cut you off. It's just
No
like, a
worries,
good
no.
question. Like, do you plan to one day have off-the-rack clothes?
Right now, no. Right now, I don't see it as something being part of the business model because we really want to,
Yeah.
you know,
Cater to that.
we want to have a
Yeah.
tailor-fit experience for everyone that walks through our door. And we don't want to compete with other ready-to-wear
But let's say
brands out
not even
there.
a suit. Let's say like you release a short sleeve polo line, like something I'm wearing, na off the rack.
As of now, we really haven't thought of that, or we don't have plans. And I guess if ever, like I'm just thinking out the box, if ever that's something we want to pursue, we'll put it under a different brand.
Different brand.
Because right now, we want everything custom made here.
You keep saying we, like, who are your partners here?
I have one partner. You met him,
Earlier.
Marty.
Yeah, si
yeah,
Marty.
yeah,
Dalawa lang kayo talaga.
yeah. So it's a two-man team right now, and of course we have a great staff, and we have our production staff as well.
What are some of the growing pains that you went through starting a tailoring company?
Okay, so everything here is very is a customized. Everything here is customized. It's a customized experience. Every client wants different things, down to the lining, the buttons, the cuffs, the embroidery size. the suit label, everything's customized. So there's so many details, so many things to have in your inventory. It's it's really a bit of it's a bit challenging to really get everything down back perfect. So one wrong detail can result in you would have to redo the suit. So those are some things that are challenging, growing pains, and of course, making sure making sure everything's running smoothly. It's not something you can leave behind for a couple of days and think everything's running well. It really has to be hands-on
Oh, everyday,
every day.
ano siya, everyday grind.
Yeah, yeah. At least for now.
And like I imagine also with a business like this, diba, your clientele, they're mostly working 9 to 5 jobs for sure. So the weekends are your heavy days, no?
Yes, yes. There's been a lot of times where I would have to go to the store a bit
Ilang beses tayo magkasama tayo, may
Yeah.
gagawin tayo ng Sunday. Anong
Yeah.
oras ka na darating kasi
Yeah.
galing kang shop.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or I would get home late, or because of course weekends are a time to relax, and then I would have to wake up early the next day, come
to
here.
the shop.
Yeah.
And syempre, diba, it's not just kasi how you present the clothes, it's also how you present yourself. So you can't be coming here parang, oh man, basag ako.
Of course.
Best foot forward.
Of course,
Yeah,
of
diba?
course, of course, definitely.
Siguro,
And it's nice getting to meet all the clients, that's one advantage, or that's one good thing I can say that I realized operating this, is that you get to meet a lot of people from different walks of life. You get to find out a lot about what they do. You get to know them, and you develop a lot of good relationships here.
it's funny kasi parang sinabi mo kanina na parang yung growing pains nga, and something na mahirap is dealing with people, but one of the good parts of your job is also dealing with people.
Yes, yes,
Diba?
yes. Of course,
So,
of course.
It just shows how parang it's weird, no? Like I'm trying to see it from my point of view na someone who what you do basically it's the same thing, no? You come here every day, you deal with the same type of stress, the same type of questions, same type of problems, but each time it's completely different.
Yeah,
Paano ka
yeah.
makaka-adapt? Paano, how does it get easier? Pero I'm sure it does naman.
It's for me, it's a good kind of stress, because I think in this type of business you have to be a problem solver. Problems will never go away, so it's about managing your stress and facing it on with a positive attitude, and just really problems will. I realize that there will be mishaps or hiccups. Everything won't go perfectly. Like it's not a machine, right? But it's just about going around it. Like the best way to fix it and learning from it. So it's been a good, challenging experience, I would say.
Okay, let's say someone watching this is interested, right? That they want to come here to Goodfellas. What's the floor and what's the ceiling in terms of like what they would be spending to get like a full outfit here?
Let's say a suit.
Yeah.
Okay, for now, our entry-level suits for a two-piece start at 18,500 pesos. And it can go all the way up to, let's say, past 6 digits depending on the fabric.
Whoa, meron ba na? Okay, pause. Sorry, let's do another question. Has anyone come here and spent 6 digits on one single suit? Because like I know two of my friends are getting their groomsmen suits from you.
Yeah,
Shout out to my boys, Ralph Alejandro and Gabe
shout
Lava.
out. What's up?
Congrats sa inyo, guys.
Congrats,
But
guys.
like, yeah, I know they're doing a lot of suits with you. So that's gonna run them up some numbers. Whereas someone come here na him lang one suit cost him 6 digits.
Yeah, we've had some
Meron?
VIP inquiries, yeah. Because it's really it depends on the fabric na. They're what you call luxury fabrics.
Yeah.
Luxury suiting fabrics. So the reason it's that expensive is because per yard pa lang nasa 10,000-15,000 per yard.
Per yard.
So
Okay.
tela pa lang.
Coming from me, diba? Like, I like to think I know how to dress, diba? I like
Most
to think
definitely.
it looks like, you know what I mean? But I'm not also like a super stylish dude. What's the difference between the fabrics? Bakit yung iba sobrang mahal? Hindi ko magets. Parang one time you showed me something, tapos sabi mo, dude, pinya sa suit sa barong, diba?
Correct.
So like,
Pure
it looked good.
Yeah.
It looked really nice, pero hindi ko magets why that's like 45K compared to another barong or something.
Okay, so let's start with barong. So for barongs, the most traditional and the most expensive is a pure pinya barong.
That's the one you were telling
Definitely.
me. Yeah, pure pinya barong.
Well, unang-una kasi mahal ang pinya.
Okay.
Nasa supply,
That's the tela.
supply and demand. Yeah, pinya. And it's the hardest to work with. So, mahirap siya gawin.
Mahirap na yung tela, mahirap pa yung labor.
Mahal na yung yung mismong fabric na yun. Medyo may shortage in supply ngayon. Tapos mahirap pa itahi. Mahirap pa buuin. Kumbaga, delicate, sensitive fabric. So, yun lang yung medyo mas traditional talaga. At saka, it's not even exactly because of the comfort why it's expensive. It's the same comfort level as the other ones. Pero yun nga, it's the most traditional. So usually, that's what people opt for important events or special days like weddings, So, yun talaga, medyo special
So, hindi
talaga.
pang office barong yan.
Hindi. Office barong, usually mga gusot mayaman yan. Rami linen, mga ganun. So, yun yung mas pang everyday. There's different fabrics for different events or uses naman din.
Sa mga lasalista kong dyan, LSGH boys, alam na mga senior yan, dude. Mga pang everyday barong. Okay. Do you think it's feasible naman to wear a suit like on a regular night out? Would you wear like a suit with a tie? You know what I mean?
On a regular night out?
Let's say pumunta tayong Fort. We went to a club.
I would. Just without the tie though.
Hindi ka na.
Something like this maybe. And there are suits kasi na presko eh. Pwede natin gawin half lining, no lining. So, medyo mas presko siya, malamig. So, mainit dito sa Pinas eh. So, definitely, may mga, and we can pick fabric na medyo mas casual, medyo mas breathable.
I think we need to do like a video where you break this down. So, parang meron tayong, okay, this suit you wear for this type of occasion.
Yeah.
This suit you wear for this. Alam mo yun? So,
Pwede,
kasi like,
pwede.
I'm sure like a barong, there's an everyday suit.
Correct.
A suit you wear. And another one, man, like, hindi, nalilito din ako sa shoes. Like, what shoes to pair with the what suit.
Okay.
Diba? Ito, my last question. How did the partnership with Dan Torres become a thing?
Okay, so I met Dan, actually, funny story, kasi yung parents ko, nakilala si Dan bago ako sa
Okay.
Coron.
Okay.
Kasi madala siya doon, parang he had some business there as well. So I met him when I went with my family there. Ako lang yung sinama ng family ko doon. Hindi pa kami nag-beach masyado. Medyo may tinignan sila doon. So, na-meet ko si Dan doon. Kumbaga, doon kami naging tropa. Tapos, sakto, I bought shoes from him after. Gandang-ganda ako sa shoes niya. Tapos, it was just the right place, right time where he also was planning to move his showroom from his house.
Yeah.
Somewhere out. Sakto, minessage ko siya, ginagawa ko to. Tinatayo namin ni Marky to. Sakto, perfect compliment kasi. When you wear a suit, you wear
Perfect,
bro,
yeah.
you need shoes.
You need
Vice
shoes.
versa. Dress shoes. So, it was a perfect complementary thing. So, we decided to collaborate and put the shop up together.
Whoa, so I'm getting a suit from you guys today. Maybe I should get some shoes na rin, diba?
Let's call our boy up. He's
Diba?
a sure guy right now.
Pwede.
Yeah.
You know what? On that note, I think it's time for me to get fitted, man.
Let's
I think
hook you
it's
up,
time.
brother.
Let's go, brother.